Welcome back to Avalon and Ninth. Please make sure to subscribe, like, comment, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This week we are doing week 38 of 52 weeks of Halloween. I'm gonna say this every week until we're done. Week 38, we're almost done. This is absolutely insane. Insane. So, I know we have some new people to the channel. Welcome, 52 weeks of Halloween, like I'm going to say on every week project for all the new people, is where I plan every week for an entire year with nothing but Halloween spreads. So this is my baby project, and if I remember, I'm going to put up the hashtag to use on Instagram right here at like this mark right here. But I have to mark it like I did last week because apparently this is what I like to talk about. So I'll make sure I put that hashtag up at, so you can follow along. And then there's an Instagram page as well. So yeah. So this kit is from Caress Press. So she recently opened back up. She changed her paper. It's super buttery smooth and soft. I love it. It's very similar to mine. I don't know if it's the same kind because the backing does feel a little bit different, but it is super soft and smooth. So yeah. This was released this year. So this was released just a couple of, maybe a month ago? Yeah, it had to have been a month ago because I showed it in my August haul video. So yeah, and I had it for a little bit. So super cute. I got a couple of Halloween kits from her this year and stuff. And it had been a while since we had done, like a pretty pastel, which is why I chose this. Normally this one would not have been like my vibe, just because I don't do Halloween parties like this. If I'm going to do a Halloween party, like we're going to do Halloween party with bloods and guts and just fun stuff. So, but I did think it was really cute and I needed a couple of extra kits to fill up. Although after I finally did all of my shopping, I have gone a little over for that, but it's not that big of a deal. It's fine. I'm okay with it. So yeah, let's see, what else? I'm trying to think what else here. Yeah, so week 38 of 52 weeks of Halloween. I'm like, where was I supposed to be going with this? Welcome to the brain and life of Amanda when she's filming stuff. So, yeah. I absolutely adore this little cat down here. He's so stinking cute. And I think I mentioned this in my haul video that I want a cat like that will wear a witch's hat. And if you watched Monday's video, you'll know that I was talking about always being out of frame. This is it. I'm out of frame right there, you guys. And that's just, I don't know if I will ever get better at this one or not. Because how many times have I been zooming in and doing these, and I do multiple videos a week and I still can't get it right? Yeah, I do sincerely apologize about that. I really do. So, without further ado, let's get into the plans of what we did. So this one, if you watched my Monday video, you'll know that I talked about how I was going to make this more of a memory keeping one. And I don't pull in any other character stickers. I use all of the stickers that are in the kit. And that's what I use. And I think that's what I'm going to do specifically for like my year of fandom next year. If I have a kit and it has everything, I'm going to just use that. If I only bought the bottom washi and like full boxes, then obviously I'll bring in other character stickers. But I'm very much going to try and use what brings the kit. So on Monday the 14th, it was our first day of school. Marked it obviously with some celebratory balloons. Hudson was very motivated. Audrey was unsure about everything that needed to be done. LB is indifferent. He doesn't care about school. He's like, whatever, let's just get this over with. And then Mr. A is my oldest, and he was a little overwhelmed. We had sat down Sunday night and had gone through all of the lesson plans, and He was like, okay. And then when he got into it, he was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a lot of work this year. And I warned him that it was. And so he was a little overwhelmed, you could tell, but he powered through and he got it. And by the end of the day, when the last thing he had to do was he had to watch a video that day, and he was actually very intrigued by the video. So he was super excited he was super excited after that point, and he powered through. Let's just say that after a full day of school and then taekwondo that evening, I had no problems getting kids to sleep that night. No problems whatsoever. So this kit actually does come with a couple of boxes that have Fashion Girls in it. Not my thing, but they're there. This isn't like my main planner. This is more of a memory keeping. So I do want to like memory keep about the entire spread as well, because it's part of the whole aesthetic and everything. So I do use the boxes that have the Fashion Girls in it, and that is fine. So, and then the kids had taekwondo that evening, and I just marked it with that cute little kitty because that kitty is just so cute. I love the kitty. And then the YouTube video that went up that day was my plan with me, where I used the kit called Homeschool from my shop. Moving on to Tuesday, full box up at the top. I absolutely adore that cake. I love anything. I love cakes. Cakes, just pretty cakes. We love to watch cake decorating videos. It's just amazing. So yeah. And then I put down that it was the second day of school. Obviously use the planner because, I mean, you have to plan for when you're teaching school. So Hudson was still very motivated. So Hudson is my third child, and he was very motivated. In 2 days in a row, he was the first one done. Miss Audrey, my youngest, lots of tears from her. Lots of tears from her. And that's what prompted us to take an off day on Wednesday. She's very much a perfectionist, and trying to show her that she doesn't have to be perfect is a very, very hard thing to do. So we knew we had to take the next day off. But then LB, which is my second born, that's what we call him, he was building weather instruments that day. That's what his school work required him to do. Well, the highlight. He required a lot of other things, but that was the highlight. And then Mr. A, my oldest, figures out this is going to be a lot of work. He was very, very busy on Tuesday, and he's a little jealous that his siblings have far better science experiments going on right out of the gate, and he's not quite there yet. But little does he know the amazing amount of science experiments that he's about to do. He just has to build up to it. But that's my little secret, because, you know, it'll serve him well. And then it was a work day for me. And then the YouTube video that went up that day was my August haul. On Wednesday, here's where I used the other Fashion Girl. As you can tell, the Fashion Girls are definitely dressed up. Call. Oh, you guys, I'm sorry. I got a pen in my hand and I'm slamming it against my desk, and that's not okay. And squeaky chair and stuff. But yes, they're all dressed up. Why? Because this is the Halloween party. So you got the first girl who's dressed up in like a rolls of washi costume, and the second girl is dressed up in yarn and crocheting needles, and yeah. So anyways, let's move on. Let's get past this one. On Wednesday, we had no school. And I did no school today. It was a late night on Tuesday because we had some events happen in the neighborhood, and then the kids needed sleep. And because we had so many tears on from Tuesday, I knew that there was just that mental break that needed. First week of school is always hard on the kids. I don't know if you have kids, if the first week is always hard on them. But for us, it's always hard for them. And so we just kind of ease into it and everything. And yeah. So we just took the day off. And I'll tell you, by taking that off day, Thursday was far better of a day. But we'll get to Thursday here after we finish Wednesday. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Amanda. It was also another work day for me, and just mark that with one of the, pumpkins in the kit. And then Aiden stabbed his foot with a pencil, and then Hudson scraped his foot outside. No taekwondo today. So I told you in Monday's video about my son stabbing his foot with a pencil and all the blood, and he's fine. He's okay. But my youngest son was outside in the backyard and scraped his foot and, scraped his toe, I should say, and required, Band-Aids and all that stuff. And I was like, you know what, you guys just are not coordinated. We're not going to Taekwondo today. We're just going to take the entire day off for you guys because y'all need it. The only person that went to go do something that day was Audrey, and that was her dance, and that she absolutely adores doing. So that's all we went, and it's only like a 45-minute class, so it's not very, very long, whereas other classes can be quite long. Moving on to Thursday. Let's get the like gift bag and fun stuff, and yeah, I like this full box. In fact, actually, my absolute favorite full box will be used on Friday, but this would have to be my second favorite full box. The kitty is a favorite full box, but not my number 1 or number 2, so I guess it's my number 3. So, on Thursday was our third day of school. Marked that with, obviously, the little plate of cookies that came from the kit, and just a memory, just journaled. So glad we took yesterday off, as kids were ready and motivated, and they were very ready and motivated. Audrey got over her little bits of perfectionism and actually did it. Hudson was done with all of his schoolwork first and foremost. In fact, he was asking me if he could just go ahead and read the entire book he has to read for his stuff. And I was like, no. He's like, but I just want to know what happens next. I'm like, fine, go ahead and read it. So I think he's already read all of the book he needs to for this first unit, which is okay. I'll take it. It's fine by me. Fine by me. So, and then, was that the day? I think that was the day that my second oldest learned how to follow a pattern and create something with beads. And that turned out pretty cool, and obviously building more stuff. And then I had dance with, I didn't have dance. I had to take my daughter to dance that afternoon. And then I talked with my grandma, and the YouTube that went up that day was my week's planner that goes over my health stuff. On Friday, I marked that it was the 52 weeks of Halloween upload, put my favorite full box right there, and let's go ahead and move to the top. And I had to go to the hospital. You guys heard all about the story with this one in terms of the labs and having to wait for the office to open to just drop off paperwork. And I'm trying to decide what sticker I want to use to mark it. And literally, that sticker right there that says boo, it's not like boo, happy boo. It's like boo, like horrible, because it was just not. I mean, I went in, got it done, but the energy in the hospital was funky, and the fact that I had to just spend so much more time, it was a boo day. Anyways, fourth day of school, came home after the hospital. Kids had to do school, although they were like, why, Mom, you were gone all morning? I'm like, no, you guys are gonna do school. And I was not gone all morning. I was gone for maybe 2 hours, maybe. So, I wasn't gone for very long. So, did school and journaled that the kids are crazy. They are motivated, but being class clowns. Early end, as I had a headache, and 75% completed of tasks. It should have said 75% completion of tasks, but, I don't know what I was thinking. So, yeah, I got hit with a headache, and Hudson was done with all of his work. Audrey, I forgot to grab supplies the night before, so there was one thing she couldn't do, and then the other two boys pretty much got everything done, but I needed to go lay down and take a nap, because this headache came out of nowhere, probably because I had blood drawn that day, and I was just, anxiety was high. I was frustrated. I wouldn't be surprised if I was a little dehydrated, and adding all of those things together just coupled in with, a headache. So I took a nap, and I marked it with a plate of cookies. Don't know why. I guess maybe because I wanted cookies. So it is what it is. On Saturday, I was early to rise. I woke up early, and it was nice. So I just journaled, woke up early and ate breakfast without any kids around. So nice and quiet. It was super nice and quiet down there. I was able to cook my entire breakfast and sit down and eat and enjoy my little shows that I watch on my phone in the morning. and nobody was there fighting. The dogs were quiet. Nobody was making loud noise. It was very nice and refreshing, and it really charged me for the day. Really charged me for the day. So I was like, let's get this done. And I got a ton of stuff done on Saturday. A ton of stuff. So I think my Saturdays need to be like that from here on out. And then it was filming day that day. So I do a lot of filming that day for the upcoming week. And before I moved on to like write down anything else, I made sure to get that double box down so I didn't forget, because if you watched Monday's video, you'll know that when I put double box down, sometimes I'll forget to put glitter headers underneath it. And I like to put a glitter header above it and a glitter header below it. Why? Because it's super cute. So, yeah. So it was filming day, and then it was also a work day. Had a lot of work to do. Jaws, our big cutter, was working overtime. And then I've added a few more printers to the mix over here. And so these new printers are so fast, which makes me super, super excited. Because then that means it's going to go by very quickly. And yeah. And then Sunday, I knew I was going to sleep in. So I went ahead and I slept in. And this was more of just, taking some time to recharge, because it has been busy and will be busy again. That's really kind of just what it comes down to, is that it's just been a busy time. So obviously that full box is already down. And then the other things that I have to do that on Sundays is lesson plan. So I went ahead and lesson planned. And then I also prep for next week. I figure, what's better to mark down than with, some candy about, lesson planning. Because we got to try and keep everything calm, right? But let's go ahead and add sugar to it so it just goes, whoa. I'm trying to find why I use the stickers. Really, honestly, I just put stickers down because they're pretty. And then, like I said, prep next week. So let's move over to the sidebar. Didn't really know what I was going to put in the sidebar, but it had been a minute since I had actually, done a full side. Well, okay, it's been 2 weeks since I've done a full sidebar. So I was like, well, let's go ahead and do a full sidebar. And I went ahead and just put down a this week header, pulled out the Monday through Sunday full box there, and just marked what we had to do each day. Monday was Taekwondo. I worked on Tuesday. We had dance on Wednesday and Thursday. I worked on Friday. Film on Saturday, and prep day is always Sunday. Grab another glitter header, and now I've got all this space in between this area and the full box. And so I'm like, you know what? We're going to use all 3 of these habit trackers because there was enough space for them. And I just marked vitamins, and I only ended up taking vitamins on Monday because I'm horrible. I gotta get better at this. Creating new habits. That's what I'm trying to do. And then reading, and I read on Monday and Wednesday, and I forgot to mark that I read on Saturday evening, but that's fine. That's neither here nor there. I read sometime during the week. So, and then no spend days. I was pretty good. The only day I spent, and this is more for just sticker aspects, was on Friday. And that's it, you guys. This is what the spread looks like. Before I forget, I end up putting down the weekend banner over here on the bottom washi, and that's it. And that's week 38 of 52 weeks of Halloween. Okay, guys? I will see you next week. Bye-bye.